Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for first year. The running chapter is stoichiometry and now we are in session number 22. In previous session we are discussing about different kinds of redox reactions. Already we know it is redox reaction is nothing but the reaction which is of having a simultaneous oxidation and reduction. And already we discussed about oxidation and reduction process. Oxidation is nothing but the reaction where the oxidation number of element increase, and reduction is nothing but the reaction where oxidation number of any element is decreasing. So now if these two are taking place simultaneously, then the reactions are said to be redox reactions. Are you clear with that one? And now we are discussing, our discussion is related to different kinds of redox reactions, where we are finding different redox reactions like this, kinds of or types of redox reactions. Redox reactions. Now let us consider different kinds of redox reactions. They are nothing but, first one is nothing but combinations. Combination, that is nothing but one or two elements with other compounds, or at least one element should participate and the other one may be element or compound. These two combine to give the product. And next it is dissociation. Dissociation, or it is also known as decomposition. Dissociation or decomposition, this is nothing but a reverse reaction to this combination. When elements or the compounds combine to give one product, it is combination. When one product is dissociating, decomposing into different elements or different compounds, then it is known as decomposition. And third one is nothing but displacement reaction. Displacement reactions, and already we discussed about this. Up to this we discussed, and in this displacement reaction majorly there are two kinds. One is nothing but metal displacement reaction, metal displacement reactions, and the second one is nothing but non-metal displacement reactions. Non-metal displacement reaction. And as we know, these non-metal displacement reactions, again three kinds. That is the reaction involving displacement of hydrogen, and second one is displacement of oxygen, and third one is displacement of halogens. These are the three kinds of non-metal displacement reactions. Up to this we discussed. And here one highlighted point what we have to remember is, in case of non-metal oxygen, it is more electronegative, but still more electronegative element is there, that is nothing but fluorine. So a more electronegative element can displace less electronegative element, and in total periodic table we find only one element which is more electronegative than oxygen, that is nothing but fluorine. So only fluorine can displace oxygen from its compounds. Already we discussed about in previous session. And now coming to the remaining reactions, remaining redox reactions, it is nothing but intermolecular redox reactions we have to discuss. And one more is intramolecular redox reactions we have to discuss. And then disproportionation reaction, and then calm proportionation reaction. Calm proportionation reactions. These are different kinds of reactions what we have to discuss from this onwards. The remaining, just in previous session we discussed about that. Altogether, in all these reactions both oxidation and reductions are taking place simultaneously. And we discussed about this with suitable examples, and now let us move to discuss about the remaining 4 types of redox reactions, that is intermolecular, intramolecular redox reactions, and then disproportionation and comproportionation. And now just let me give the difference between inter and intra, because these two terms we are coming across in so many places, and you should not get confused between these two words. Just you remember inter, intra. Intra means within. Just you remember, intra means within, inter means outside. This is actual meaning of these two words: inter, outside; intra, within. Clear? And now here the 4th kind of redox reaction is intermolecular. Intermolecular redox reaction. This means in these redox reactions, one compound will undergo oxidation, one molecule of a compound will undergo oxidation, and the molecule of other compound, that means the oxidation and reductions are taking place in different molecules, not in the same molecule. Let me give example here. If we are considering HCl, when it is reacting with MnO2, and here we can find MnCl2 plus H2O plus Cl2. Here you can observe Cl is now with -1, Mn is +4, and in this case chlorine, your H2O, we have to consider 2 oxygen atoms and 4 HCl. 4 HCl, 2 H2. Okay, now it is balanced. Here chlorine with -1 oxidation state, here it is undergoing oxidation. How we know that it is oxidation? Are you clear with that one? Because oxidation number increase -1 to 0. The oxidation number is increasing, hence it is oxidation. Hence it is oxidation. Clear? And now manganese, here +4, but here it is +2, and thereby it is now, when oxidation number is decreasing, it is reduction. Already we are familiar with these two words from inception, from the beginning of the chapter. Once we enter into oxidation and reduction process, we are considering this increase in oxidation number is oxidation in single sentence or in a single word, and decrease in oxidation number is a reduction. Already we know about that. Clear? And this is reduction. And now you can observe that the two compounds, the two molecules that are involved in this redox reaction, that is reduction and oxidation reaction, are different. One molecule is undergoing oxidation, the other one is going for reduction. Clear? And now let us go for the next one, that is nothing but intramolecular. Intramolecular redox reactions. Intramolecular redox reaction. Here, in this case, within the same molecule, now you observe here, it is NH4 taken twice, Cr2O7. This is, and in this case, this on heating is undergoing redox reaction, forming N2 and Cr2O3 and 4H2O. It is nothing but balancing, and in the next concept, our next discussion concept to discuss is nothing but balancing equation. There you can get, but let me, for your convenience sake, let me write the equation. Let me complete the equation. Here nitrogen 2 atoms, hydrogens 8 atoms, 4 into 2, 8 atoms, chromium 2 atoms, oxygen 7 atoms, here 3, here 4, total 7 atoms. And now in this case, nitrogen is with -3 oxidation state. you can calculate it, because already you know the rules to calculate the oxidation numbers. So by applying that oxidation number rules, you can calculate this. And next, chromium is in +6 oxidation state. Clear? This is the total molecule which is known as ammonium dichromate. One molecule, one compound. It is undergoing redox reaction where nitrogen oxidation state changes to 0 and chromium oxidation state changes to +3. Now you can observe nitrogen from -3 to 0. Increase or decrease? It is an increase. So this is oxidation. And now chromium from +6 to -3. Sorry, +3. +6 to +3. A decrease. +6 to +3. A decrease in oxidation number. Is it not? +6 to +3. A decrease in oxidation number. So it is reduction. Both these two, oxidation and reduction, are happen within the same molecule. Within the same molecule. Unlike that of this. Here oxidation reduction takes place, but different molecules are involved, and hence it is outside, that is not within the molecule, and hence it is intermolecular redox reaction. Whereas in this case, within the same molecule, these elements are undergoing oxidation and reduction. Such type of redox reactions are known as intramolecular redox reactions. Are you clear with this one? And now let us move to the next one, and very important one. When you are solving the balancing equations, most frequently you will come across with such type of redox reactions. They are nothing but disproportionation reaction. One is disproportionation reaction and the other one is calm proportionation reaction. These two are, why I am considering these two simultaneous, because calm proportionation, disproportionation reactions, both these two are opposite to each other. Opposite to each other. Now let us consider how these two are defined. It is disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. Here the same element is undergoing both oxidation and reduction. Now let us consider here, in this reaction it is forming the compound like this. Here it is with 0 oxidation state. Sodium is +1, oxygen is -2, hydrogen is +1. In this side, sodium is +1 as usual, there is no change. Oxygen is -2 as usual, hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2. That means these three elements are not changing their oxidation state. These three elements are not, they are retaining their oxidation state even in the compound. The compound formed in the reaction, that is, even in the product side they are retaining their oxidation state, no change in oxidation state. But for which we can observe the change in oxidation state, just to observe here, chlorine is in elemental state and hence it is having oxidation number 0. Already we know the oxidation state or oxidation number for elemental form is 0 and hence it is 0. And in this case, here in NaCl, chlorine is -1, and in this case if you calculate the oxidation number, it appears to be +5. So from this 0 oxidation state to -1, from this 0 oxidation state to +5, 0 to -1 is reduction. It is reduction, and 0 to +5 is oxidation, because 0 to -1 is decrease in oxidation number, 0 to +5 is increase in oxidation number. Are you clear up to this? Now you observe, in this case, what are the elements? Which element is participating in oxidation? Chlorine. Which element is participating in reduction? Same chlorine. Same chlorine element is undergoing both reduction and oxidation. This is a peculiar type of redox reaction. Not only this, in case if we are observing P4, when it is of reacting with NaOH like base, here also we can observe phosphorus PH3 and NaH2PO2 type compounds will form. It is nothing but 3. Here 3 NaOH plus H2O is also there. Some water we have to add. Just you observe, this is 0 in oxidation state. Why it is 0? Because phosphorus is in elemental state. How we know? Just all the atoms present in the molecule are from the same element. So when they are not in combining form with other elements, it is said to be in elemental form. In elemental form, oxidation states are said to be 0. That's why. Here in phosphine, phosphorus oxidation state is -3. And in this case, phosphorus oxidation state is +1. Clear? And now if you observe the remaining elements, +1, -2, +1, all these are retaining their oxidation states. There is no change. That means only phosphorus is changing its oxidation state from 0 to -3, which is considered as reduction, and 0 to +1, which is considered as oxidation. Again, here you can observe the same element is undergoing reduction and oxidation like this. This type of peculiar reactions where the same element is undergoing oxidation and reduction are known as disproportionation reaction. The reactions where the same element, the same elemental atoms are undergoing oxidation and reduction, then it is said to be disproportionation reaction. Are you clear with this one? And now coming to the last one, just let me write this one also here, because in a comparison simply you can understand the concept behind for disproportionation and calm proportionation. And now it is the last one, calm proportionation reactions. Calm proportionation reactions. And just here what is happening is same element from one oxidation state, oxidation number, to different oxidation, that is different oxidation. Here how we can consider is it may be of one is decrease and the other one is increased oxidation states. From one to different, you can observe 0 to -1, 0 to +5. Let us, for your convenience sake, let me write like this: 0 to -1, 0 to +5. Here also 0 to -3 and 0 to +1, like that, from a single oxidation state, from a common oxidation state. Simply we can say like that, from a common oxidation state it is going to different oxidation states. In due course we can observe, in changing common oxidation state to some other oxidation state, it is undergoing oxidation, and from one common oxidation state to other oxidation state, when it is undergoing, a reduction is happening. Both these two are happening in the same. Clear? And now in this calm proportionation, it is nothing but from different oxidation states, oxidation number 1, oxidation number 2, for example, they are coming to a common oxidation state. A reverse to this, here common to different, here from different to common. That's why it is calm proportionation. Let me give example here. mercury when reacts with mercury chloride, it is giving mercurous chlorides. Just you observe. In this case, it is 0 oxidation state. Here it is +2, and now it is in +1 oxidation state. You remember, mercurous. Mercurous means Hg plus. Hg plus 1, HCl minus 1. It seems to be HgCl to be written like that. But you remember, my dear students, it is very, very important concept. Mercurous chloride never exists in monomeric form. It never exists like this. It always exists as dimeric form. That is, two molecules of HCl will combinedly exist, but not individual existence. Clear? Anyhow, now here in this case, now observe, let us observe whether oxidation and reductions are taking place or not. It is 0 to +1. 0 to +1, increase in oxidation number, hence it is oxidation. Is it not? And now +2 to +1, +2 to +1, decrease in oxidation number, hence it is reduction. Now you can observe the same element mercury from different oxidation state coming to a common oxidation state through oxidation and reduction. Unlike that of this, in this case the same element is undergoing oxidation and reduction, but from one common oxidation state to different oxidation states, from one common to different. In such one common to different oxidation states, when they are going there, we can observe one process is oxidation, the other change is nothing but reduction. But in calm proportionation, different oxidation states are now coming to common oxidation state. Here also one process is reduction, the other process is oxidation. That's why it is another example for redox reaction. Just you have to remember, intermolecular, intramolecular. Inter is different molecules. One molecule undergo oxidation, one molecule undergo reduction. Clear? And next, disproportionation, intramolecular redox reaction. Intra, within the molecule. Within the same molecule, one element undergo oxidation and the other element undergo reduction. Such type of redox reactions are known as intramolecular redox reactions. But in case of disproportionation and calm proportionation, which are often considered as a couple, nothing but with opposite natures, in disproportionation reaction, one element will undergo both oxidation and reduction. In calm proportionation reaction also, one element will undergo oxidation and reduction. But the difference is, in disproportionation, the element from a common oxidation state to different oxidation states, it will change. Whereas in calm proportionation reactions, the element from different oxidation states to a common oxidation state, it will change. That is the only difference between disproportionation and calm proportionation. I think with this one, you are now in a position to understand the redox reaction, different kinds of redox reaction. And first of all, if you are thorough with what is oxidation, what is reduction, this simply, and thereafter if you are thorough with this one, the next coming sessions we are going to we are going to discuss about balancing these redox reactions. This balancing redox reaction means when we are writing the chemical equation in a speed manner, how to balance all the atoms. As we know from the Lavoisier law, that is nothing but the law of mass action, that is not law of mass action, it is the law of conservation of mass. That is nothing but the masses of all the atoms present in the reactant side should be equal to the total mass of all the products formed on the product side. That is, no atom is generated, no atom is destroyed. So that is, the number of atoms of any element on the reactant side should be equal to the number of such elemental atoms on the product side. How to balance this in a logical approach? We have to learn it. That is nothing but the redox reaction balancing. We can observe two methods to balance this type of redox reactions. one is nothing but ion electron method, and the second one is nothing but oxidation number method. And these are also very important concepts, and when you are thorough with these terms, then only, that is oxidation reduction, oxidant reductant, and how what is happening during oxidation, what is happening during reduction, like that, then only you can get highest grip in balancing the equations. Clear? And in next coming sessions we'll go for that balancing equations by ion electron method, and after that we will go for that is oxidation number method. Clear? Thank you.